My name is Serial Sensei, and I am fresh off of finishing Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which has had me in a chokehold all week long, but now that I've finished it, I am ready to talk about it. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. Now, the story for Super Mario Bros. Wonder starts off with Mario and the gang getting an invite to the Flower Kingdom from the homie Prince Florian. So off top, it's kind of dope to see a Mario game take place in a setting that's not the Mushroom Kingdom. But of course, not too long after they get to the Flower Kingdom, Bowser pulls up. He starts hating. He's wilding out. He ends up stealing a Wonder Flower. He fuses with the Flower Castle. So now we just got to stop Bowser before he does something crazy. You know how Bowser do. But I dug the story, man. The story was simple. You know, nothing too crazy. Pretty par for the course for a Mario game. But I wasn't, here mainly for the story. I was more interested in what this gameplay experience would be like in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, especially since they were returning to the 2D roots, which for me is my favorite kind of Mario game. I love the 2D playstyle, and I am happy to say that, bruh, they knocked this out of the park. This joint was so fire. This is some of the most fun I've had playing a Mario game, and it was one of those experiences that when it was over, I was a little sad, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I was a little hurt. So I wasn't quite ready for this to be over. You can just feel so much love and care went into this game, man. You'll be going across 6 main worlds, and the visuals in these worlds are vibrant, they're lively, they're full of personality. I love the color palettes that really kind of match each world that you're in. Lots of greens and blues and some purples mixed in. It all looks gorgeous, and the visuals are complemented with some really great and creative A1 stage design. You'll be running across musical blocks, you'll be dashing on speed rails, you'll be running from herds of animals, all kinds of crazy creative platforming, and you get to find, secret areas and locate these things called Wonder Seeds, which you'll be collecting throughout the game. The Wonder Seeds actually help you progress, and you'll need to collect a number of them to unlock certain areas so that you can continue to progress throughout the world. I won't spoil the specific stages too much, but I'll just say that the stages had a lot of variety, man. It was a good variety here of just different kind of stages that you'll be completing. All of them are very fun, some challenging more than others. And there's just a lot of little things that they added in this game that I feel like made this experience just more memorable. One being the little flower homie, who is always here to offer words of encouragement when you need them the most.
I believe in you!
I appreciate you. I believe in you. Love that little guy. Now, of course, none of these compliments would mean much if the gameplay didn't hold up its end of the bargain. But listen, man, you already know they done knocked the gameplay out of the park, man. They did a stellar job with this gameplay, and you get a lot of favorites. A lot of your favorite Mario characters are here to play with, man. You got Mario. You got my man, the GOAT, Luigi. We got Peach, we got Daisy, Toad, Toadette, Yoshi, and Nabbit. Quick note, if you play with Yoshi and Nabbit, I pretty much say that they're the equivalent of this game's easy mode. So if you play with either of those two, you actually don't take damage, but they are unable to do any of the transformations in the game. Now you might be wondering, what transformations does Super Mario Bros. Wonder have? And just hold on, we're gonna get there just in a little bit. But gameplay wise, the game runs very smoothly. I didn't have any hiccups, no frame drops, no stutters, no crashes, anything like that while I was playing this game. And I feel like that's a pretty good accomplishment considering how hectic this game can get at times with the stage design. But controls were responsive, easy to grasp, everything felt smooth. And I just like that they did just a few subtle things to really freshen up the 2D Mario experience and make it feel more modern. One thing they did was add the badge system. So the badges are basically these perks that kind of give you just extra special abilities. You can only equip one of them at a time. But for example, there's a badge that lets you jump higher than you normally would. There's another badge that lets you start off automatically with a super mushroom. And there are different kinds of badges that do various different things that kind of help alter the playstyle, and you're kind of incentivized to use different badges because some of them will just help make certain stages be easier to traverse, and some of them will go a long way in helping you get to some, areas where you might be able to find those Wonder Seeds that I mentioned earlier, which you'll be needing to collect throughout the game. So just make sure you experiment with the Wonder Seeds. With the badges to help you get the Wonder Seeds. But make sure you experiment with the badges. Just figure out which ones kind of, are better for your play style. And we've also got the transformations, which I said earlier. And I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of these in the trailer promotions of the game. So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen the elephant. The elephant's a tank, smacking the enemies, just having them flying off the screen. It is hilarious. Got some of your old favorites, man. The fire flower is, of course, here. The drill transformation, I thought that one was pretty dope. And there are a couple of others. I won't spoil all of them, but I wish they would have added a few more. But with the ones we got, I did like them. I enjoyed them. They all had, their own clear, distinct advantages. But the elephant, man, the elephant's undefeated, bro. The elephant's like a cheat code. But man, that elephant is a problem. And other things they did to kind of help keep this 2D Mario experience fresh. They added some new enemies, man. We got some new enemies, got some new faces in here, and we got some old ones who came back and learned some new tricks. So somehow between the last Mario game and now, the Koopas can roller skate. So that's the thing that you got to deal with. We've also got the bull rushes, which I'm sure you've seen in the trailers. Those are the animals that you will be running from. And we've got my personal favorite, the Mumsies, who you can just unroll and make them disappear. And that, I don't know, that always just gives me a nice little laugh. And there are other new enemies, plenty of new enemies actually, that I won't spoil. Some of them I just want you to see for yourself. You may actually see some in this video, but I'm just saying they added a lot of new stuff, man. I really enjoyed the new touches they added, and I like the way they did the animation, man. Just little touches to the animation. For example, the Goombas, they kind of sleep with like a little snot bubble coming out. The way Mario grabs his hat when he's sliding through a pipe, or the way he has to squeeze through a pipe when he's in the elephant mode because he's so big. And it might not seem like much on the surface, but these like very subtle kind of changes and additions, they go a long way with just giving the game more personality and making this 2D Mario game stand out from the other 2D Mario games that came before it. But the best part about the game, which I'm sure some of y'all have seen, but bro, I can't say this enough, these Wonder Flower parts of the game, bro, are so good. So the Wonder Flowers are these glowing flowers that you're gonna find on pretty much every stage. And once you touch the flower, the game, bruh, everything cranks up to 1,000 and wild stuff just starts happening. The stage itself might change, the pipes might start moving, enemies start singing, the actual game mechanics themselves might change, the camera view might change. You might end up floating through the sky, riding on a herd of animals. You might turn into this little stretchy thing that I turned into. Like, these Wonder Flower sequences are absolutely insane in the best way possible. And I promise you, they will put a smile on your face every single time, because they're so creative and so well done. I really can't express how much I loved each and every one of these, and just as many of them as there are, they never got old. I look forward to them every single time I got a chance to have an experience with one. So those, yeah, man, these Wonder Flower moments were A1, man, A1. Now, with all of these positives and praises of Super Mario Wonder, I know some of you may be wondering, is there anything about this game that I didn't like? I don't have many criticisms, just a few. While I did appreciate that there were many different characters to play from, or to play as, I should say, I was a little disappointed because they all pretty much played the same. I was kind of hoping that maybe the different characters would have different play styles, but for the most part, they all played the same. Like, if y'all remember back in the day with Super Mario Brothers 2, you know how like Toad, I think Toad like ran really fast, Peach could float, everybody just had like this little subtle thing that was unique to them, and I didn't really feel like this game had that, unless I'm just missing something. And as I mentioned with the transformations earlier, while I did like the transformations in terms of like the fire flower and the drill, I didn't feel like there were enough of them. Like, I wish they would have added just a few more to help just kind of add just a little bit more variety to the gameplay. Though you could argue that with the badge system and the Wonder Flower moments, the gameplay switches up more than enough. So, but just a minor gripe that I have. Also worth of note, Super Mario Bros. Wonder is multiplayer, but I can't comment on the multiplayer experience because I did not actually get a chance to try that out. So if any of you have played the multiplayer experience, feel free to drop how that was in the comments below, because I actually didn't get a chance to try it out. So I would like to know how you guys feel about the multiplayer component of the game. But other than those minor grievances, man, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, for me, this was almost like a perfect 2D platformer experience for my taste. This game had personality, it had flavor, and it was just flat out fun, man. Like it was just pure fun the entire time. If you grew up playing Mario games like I did, especially the 2D one, this is a must own for your collection. Nintendo really knocked this out of the park, and if you're a Mario fan, this is a game that you definitely just need to experience. I would highly suggest that you buy Super Mario Brothers Wonder. But that is all I have for today's video. My name is Serial Sensei. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay hydrated, and I will catch y'all on the next video.